Welcome back to the channel, everyone. In today's video, we will be putting my new favorite mod on my Audi. It's about time that I changed the steering wheel. Since the last time we spoke, I have done a couple subtle upgrades to the Audi. First off, I added an ECS tuning front lip splitter, and I just ended up going with the standard black to match the whole entire rest of the aesthetic on my car. I think it came out very nicely, fits the car perfectly, and really adds to the aggressive front end look. Another little touch we did was some sequential side markers. It's a little thing. They were 25 bucks on Amazon. I'll drop them in the link below in case you want to pair for yourself, but they're a great ad because to me, like always, it's the little things that mean the most, and really that's what I built my car on, outside of doing the wheels, the exhaust, tuning it. Every little tiny touch over time is what makes it so special. I wouldn't consider this a tiny touch. It is a much needed upgrade that I've been looking into for a while, and I finally found the perfect one. So this is my Zen Carbon Fiber custom made Audi steering wheel. What I love about this steering wheel so much is that it is truly handmade carbon fiber, and it is a custom made to order wheel. So I gave Zen Carbon Fiber the specific instructions on exactly how I wanted it. I wanted an OEM plus looking steering wheel, so I went with the same exact width throughout the whole entire thing. I also wanted to go with the flat bottom steering wheel. I feel like that's a classic Audi aesthetic that my car did not come with because it's an A series, of course. It was much needed, especially because occasionally I bump my knees into the bottom of the steering wheel, being the 6-foot tall person that I am. I also asked him to add, on top of the carbon inlay, is the German flag insignia wrapping all the way around. This is a super sweet little touch, but it adds a little spot of color to the full black setup. Really, this wheel just couldn't have come out better, especially knowing that this was handmade, hand stitched. And one of the amazing parts is that it is actually an Audi OEM steering wheel column mounting plate on the inside. I found that really interesting. And to me, that only adds to the proof of quality in this product. So on that note, let's get this bad boy installed in the car. It shouldn't be too hard of a process. I'll talk you through it step by step, show you how to do so, and then of course run you some before and afters of what it looks like inside the car, because it will be amazing. Starting off in the trunk, you're gonna have to remove your spare wheel well to get access to your battery, because first and foremost, you absolutely have to unplug this when you're dealing with airbags. So a 10mm socket and a little bit of prying upwards from underneath with a flathead screwdriver, it will pop off no problem. Because the power steering is obviously cut from power, I did end up jacking both sides of the car up, because you will have to rotate your wheel 90 degrees in order to get to the back side of the steering wheel to take out the airbag. There's two clips on the back side of the steering wheel, one at 9 o'clock and one at 3 o'clock. With a flathead screwdriver or a pick, you just wedge it under this little U-shaped latch and pry down and press forward slightly a little bit, which will pop one side of the airbag out. Do the same thing to both sides, and then with a little tug, it'll pull straight out from the center. At top dead center, there's a yellow wiring harness that you'll have to remove. With a pick, pull the green clip on top of it towards you, and then pinch and pull, and it will slide right out. Then there's one small 4-pin connector for the whole entire airbag assembly. If you pop a pick in the one side, it'll slide apart super easily. Then you have to remove the center spline bolt, and for that you'll need an M12 triple square bit. Just hold it tight and crank it. It should come off pretty easily. I found that having a longer ratchet or a breaker bar helps for leverage. And now for the bump. Oh, pretty easy. Before installing the new steering wheel, you have to remove the old trim and the buttons to transfer it over to the new one, and this does take some fidgeting. The best way that I found to get them off is using your hands and pulling straight back away from the top of the steering wheel. This clearly is a part that was never meant to be taken off from the factory, so it is a little bit on the tougher side, but as long as you evenly work your way around, piece by piece, clip by clip, the entire assembly will come out in one piece with all of the wires connected, ready to go into the next steering wheel. Now for reinstallation on the new steering wheel, I found that starting with the outside 2 pins behind the buttons lines up the entire assembly in the best way possible. You want to make sure to route all of the wires back into place, and there are little channels for them to go into, so using your finger, just click them in and slide it along so they're out of the way for the airbag. And then with your steering column perfectly straight, we're going to reinstall the new one. There is a tick mark on both the steering shaft and the plate inside of the steering wheel, so just make sure to line up those tick marks perfectly together at the 12 o'clock mark. Some people say you have to get a new center bolt. I really don't think that's necessary. Screw it in by hand, making sure to not cross thread it, and once it's hand tight, come in with a torque wrench and hit it with 50 Newton meters to lock it into place. On top of that, you do need to stretch the bolt 90 degrees, so I put a tick with Sharpie at the 12 o'clock mark and rotated it to 3 o'clock to make sure she was perfect. And I had to give it a little test spin to make sure she was locked in, and it feels and looks so good. Finally, the 4-pin connector from the airbag goes back in, and carefully route the wire back into place, as well as the 4-pin connector, as it does have a spot where it clips back in. Then the top center plug with the yellow goes in, and don't forget forget to press in the green locking mechanism on top. And to get the airbag in properly, you just have to center it and press it with a ton of force. And the final step to the puzzle is making sure to reconnect your battery in the trunk. Make sure to seat it all the way flat and then crank it down with a 10 mil until you can't wiggle it on the post anymore. And finally, you have yourself a beautiful new steering wheel on your B8 or B8.5 Audi. Overall, it was a pretty easy install. It didn't take too long or too many tools, but this is such a worthwhile upgrade that I've been waiting to do on my car. And finally, I found the perfect wheel, and it looks and fits and feels perfect. Let me know if you plan on doing something like this to your car or already have done it, and if you have, where you found a good steering wheel. But make sure to stay tuned because we have a lot of mods to come on both the Audi and the F87 M2 in the garage. The Audi is going stage 2 soon, and I'm vinyl wrapping it. And then on top of that, the M2 is gonna get a couple upgrades, cosmetics, and then once it's there and the maintenance is properly set, we're going more power. So hit that subscribe button, make sure to drop a like, and I'll see you next time. Peace.